What's up, UnRapped podcast family? So I hope you're having the best day of your life, and I think it's gonna get way better because you're listening to the Unwrapped podcast. So sometimes I feel like I'm saying unplanned podcast because I do sometimes listen to the unplanned podcast, which is some of my good friend, well, not my good friends because I don't really know them personally, but my friends Matt and Abby, they have their own podcast, Unplanned, and so we're unwrapped. They're unplanned, so just makes it even funner, right? Just make the vibe a bit cooler. So happy Sunday to you guys and who are listening. We actually did get some more plays lately, which I'm super pumped about. And yeah, so way to go, Unwrapped family. So I'm glad that you're actually listening to the Unwrapped podcast. So, although today is Sunday, today is the Lord's Day, and so hope you are worshiping Him today. I'm actually recording on Saturday for the launch tomorrow for Sunday. So, so what have your plans been this summer? If you can, wherever you're listening from, if you listen from Spotify, make sure you go down in the comment section and just kind of type what you've been doing. Let me just tell you guys, I'm super pumped because our last podcast episode was on YouTube, which was super amazing. The link was in the description below the last podcast episode. It may or may not be there today, but if so, it'll be labeled Unplanned or Unwrapped Pod YouTube channel. So I don't think we had any new subscribers there, but I also had my personal channel listed there, so you can subscribe there for all my listeners. And I will go ahead and say it to you guys. I will have my personal YouTube channel in the link in the description below on this episode. I'm actually eating right now, so that's why I'm just kind of taking some small little breaths. So, how's your summer? Definitely put it in the comments below if you can. If you're listening on something else, don't. There probably is no comment section. And I'm going to be filtering through. Well, also in the comment section below, make sure you put what kind of new episodes you want. Oh, and there is also still an email for our podcast. It's info.nwrpod@gmail.com. Again, that's info.nwrpod@gmail.com. So definitely do that there. And either put in the comment section below or in the email what you want to hear next. Because I know I'm unplanned or unwrapped family. I want to hear something different. So today's topic is spiritual decisions and great decisions that we just need to have or to make, right? With those decisions, maybe like finding a very good church, or finding the right church, or maybe finding the right spouse. It's great, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, if you don't make the right decision, well, you can't make the right decision on your own, right? You have to make the right decision with God, right? He's like when you're little and you win a car or something like literally crazy. You're 4, you can't drive that car. You're maybe 10, you can't drive that car, right? You need your parents to help you make the best decision. Like if you accidentally entered to win the lottery or something. Not heard of that happening, but you never know. Right? You need a good foundation, which is God, to help fuel your relationship, fuel your questions. Like if you're really wondering, should I go to the First Baptist or the Pentecostal Holiness Church or maybe the Second Baptist? um, obviously you're not gonna have that best, that, I guess you could say, that best relation. You're not gonna have that best option unless you pray about it. You're not gonna have the best baby name unless you pray about it, right? You're not gonna have the best idea unless you pray about it, right? We gotta pray, asking God to give us the wisdom to think of this stuff. Like, I know maybe you're praying about maybe trying to find the best work or best job for your spouse, or maybe you. Maybe they can't find a good job, and you just need God to help you find a good job for them. Well, let me just tell you, friend, my God can help you find that, right? He is the healer and the only God you need, and the only real God that's going to help you figure out these decisions, right? Those tricky decisions on, well, should I let my kids have a phone, or should I let my teen have social media? I'm not going to answer that question for you today here on the podcast, and I never will, unless you probably ask me in person. Then I might be like, just depends on if your kid is if he don't really talk to the family much, if he's kind of shy, then definitely don't get on a phone, because they may be living on their phone now. Like, you want to have the right decision, okay? Maybe if you really are wanting to live eternally, your soul to live eternally, you only can do that with God, right? You can only go to heaven. You can't go to heaven without through God, right? You have to ask for forgiveness and tell God you're a sinner. Just say, God, Lord, I'm a sinner, and go through the whole sinner's prayer. And He says, whoever calls by my name will be saved. And that's a fact, right? That's the only way you're going to get to heaven. So that you don't even need to ask God if that's the best decision. You just know off that is the best decision for my life. So definitely make some good spiritual decisions, right? And before we continue on, let's get to this sponsors page. Well, have you ever lived, if you live in maybe the viewing area of this podcast, maybe you listen to the podcast and like, yes, I live in the viewing area of the podcast. Well, and you're looking for a good independent weather/news channel. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you, friends, that my personal YouTube page is called Weather Unreal, which we literally just focus on the upstate of SC's weather. You'll be like, what does that mean? Well, if you know, you know, right? We have one of the best independent news and weather, mainly weather, just giving you the most accurate for independent weather providers, right? I am a independent weather provider. I'm not a meteorologist, but let me tell you something. I do hopefully have a future career in meteorology, and I try to bring the best to my viewership of 72 subscribers and growing each week, right? So I just want to say thank you guys who have subscribed. Link is in the description below. And if you can't get it, the link to click on, just copy and paste that link, pop it into Google, and it'll take you to your YouTube app and you can subscribe. Or if you see the banner, you're just like, oh, okay. And then you just go subscribe, and then you just added an extra piece of support to the podcast. You're not, it's not paying for the podcast, fortunately. But let me just say that your gift definitely matters. So again, if you're looking for the best news in the upstate of SC and weather, definitely go to Weather Unreal on YouTube. Again, Weather Unreal on YouTube. So yeah, so we definitely some hard decisions you got to make, but you can only do that with God, right? You can't do it with a Ouija board or a whatever that may be. I don't know what that is, but you can't do it with a magic 8 ball. You've got to do it with God, right? Your magic 8 ball ain't gonna tell you. You need to find the right person, right? The magic 8 ball is not gonna put the right person in your life. Only God will, right? So moving into almost 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes of this episode, I just want to say thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Thanks for watching on YouTube. There is not going to be a video feature probably in the next year or so. We will have a video feature on YouTube where you can actually watch the podcast as it happens. But definitely it's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on Spotify, obviously, and any other platforms. We're not going to put the link in the description for the podcast channel. If you go back to the yesterday's or the day before, a couple days ago episode, you will certainly find it. It's called like We're Back or something. You will find it, and you can pop that into YouTube and subscribe. So again, thank you guys. We love you and we love Jesus. Bye.